My name is Matt Brumbelow. I'm one of the research engineers here at the Insurance Institute. A few years ago, we did a study of frontal crashes in vehicles that had a good rating in our frontal crash test, and how people in those vehicles who were belted and had airbag deployments were still being injured or killed. And a lot of those crashes that we found were into the backs of large trucks. We wanted to look more closely at those and see what could be done to try and make those crashes more survivable. And there is a federal regulation for the guards that have to be put on the rears of large trailers, but it turns out that regulation is not working well to prevent underride crashes. As we thought about ways that we might be able to improve the situation, we thought that it would make sense to compare how different designs do in the exact same crash conditions. So we took trailers from the 8 largest manufacturers by sales volume in the US, and we tested each of those trailers in 3 different conditions, all at 35 miles an hour. By doing this, we're able to show that some guards already perform much better than others. We've conducted all of these trailer underride tests with the same passenger vehicle. It's a 2010 Chevy Malibu, and we chose it just because it is a typical mid-sized sedan and because it's a good performer in frontal crash tests at this speed. What we really wanted to highlight is that it's the trailer design that needs to be improved and changed, not the passenger vehicle design.
I'm Sean O'Malley, Senior Test Coordinator at the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. For this test, we've purchased 8 brand new semi-trailers. We will first put it in position in the crash hall, take measurements of each component of the back of the trailer, the frame rails, underride guard, the door opening. Then we will load the trailer with 38,000 pounds of concrete blocks. We've tested them at a full width where a car hits the center of the trailer at 35 miles an hour. We then tested 50% overlap where only half of the car hits the trailer, and then again we ran it at 30% overlap. Post-crash, we will measure the trailer again. With these measurements, we determine how far things have bent and moved. After this test, we will remove the car from the trailer and place it in a photo studio. In the studio, we will do a detailed analysis to determine dummy contact points inside the vehicle before we measure the door and window openings to determine how far the trailer intruded into the vehicle.
Manufacturers have been really receptive, by and large, to the testing that we've been doing. Most of them have never been able to see how their guards would perform in a crash test. What we're hoping is that as they get their results and go back and compare how they've done relative to their competitors, that they might be able to make improvements just on their own initiative. But in the long run, there's a chance that the regulation could even be rewritten to require a lot of these improvements.